The MG ZS 180. Bought by hooligans, condemned by James Martin, saved, hopefully, by me and other people. Amongst other things that are happening today, one of the things I want to do is my own inspection of the underside of this car. And now I know they're known for corrosion and they're known for floor pans falling apart like a dunked biscuit, but they're also known for being mended again. This is going to require some getting underneath of the car, and I'm quite a largish man these days. Let's get to a rather relevant point of all cars that end up in the yard in my care, and that is, it needs a name. Not just any name, a name that suits it, a name that is a reflection on what the car is. My friend Boaty insists that this car should be called Ronnie Pickering because it's aggressive and it's loud and it's in your face and it will probably shout at you if you dare cycle near it. And whilst that's true, Ronnie Pickering is a fat old man. This isn't a fat old man. This is a very attractive, if aggressive and leery car. And I'm going to go with the same approach as what I did with the other MG ZS 180 in ignition blue. And that is, name it after an attractive lady. A lady who is, by all accounts, probably a bit on the aggressive side, because she's Welsh. That is second-hand information. I've been told this, that the Welsh ladies are quite fighty. And this is quite a fighty car. And that's why I named this car Charlotte Church. Project Charlotte Church. PCC. Jacked up, ready to climb under Charlotte. I'm going to have to do a bit more than just have a visual inspection, and I don't want to have to say things like this, but I'm going to have to peel up Charlotte's carpet and remove her skirt. Stop that now. Well, I'm going to have to say, as crusty as it is, I've seen a lot worse on one of these, a lot worse. And the other side, from here, looks like that's been repaired. Now, I had a good look underneath there, and I thought it's not that bad actually. In fact, I'm not even sure it even needs welding. So I took it into the MOT station next door and got them to have a look at it on the ramps. And the whole of the underside is kind of brown, rusty surface rust. But crucially, surface rust. Once you start peeling away the underseal, it's actually solid. So I think it's time to properly crack on and do something with this. But first, I really do need to start making some space here. Tom's car is very much in the way. This space here is not really enough, especially when the camper van comes back and the door can only really go up to there. Then there's not really room to get underneath it. Gosh, that was hard work, but I did it. Normally I would set my tripod up and show you the moving around of such things, because sometimes it adds to the video, but this time I didn't, because I just wanted to make sure the cars are out of the way and definitely not blocking the gate, because that will be trouble. When a car has been parked in one place for a while, you get an awful lot of leaves underneath, and then other things get pushed underneath rather than being thrown away or put away. And with that, I'm going to have a quick tidy up. Right, I can almost do something with this now. Time to get Charlotte Church Now, so far, I haven't even looked through this car. I've just driven it, and to see what's missing and what isn't missing. Just before I go rifling through Charlotte, I shall show you what else this car came with. This door card was in the car because there's one missing, and then here, sent to me last week, which is something I never mentioned, is a door. Because as we can see, this one is just a bit damaged. Not a lot though. The other main obvious damage on this car is the rear bumper, as we can see here. But along with the door, James also very kindly sent a rear bumper. And here it is. But just one problem. Can you tell what it is? Just in case you can't, I shall tell you. This is from a hatchback, so it's the wrong size. That's just the underseal. Look. All absolutely solid. So, the news is good. In fact, it's a bit better than expected. Let's go a bit beyond that and say that the news is actually much better than expected. This rather slightly shabbily put together but exciting car was given to me by James Martin. And the reason is because he'd seen the floor pan and thought it was absolutely knackered. It looked like it was holes everywhere, and knowing what these are like, oh yes, that could well be the case. It could be thousands of pounds worth of welding. But having had it inspected by the MOT station and had a good dig around, got rid of all of the old underseal, it's absolutely solid. This car doesn't need any welding at all. Naturally, I did the honest thing and told James about this and said, do you want it back? About an hour later, I received a message from James, and it said, it looked like it was pondering as well, no, you keep it. Consider it a gift. I don't often consider myself lucky, but this is definitely one of those instances where I am. That means that there are just a few niggly bits to do on this car instead to make it road legal. Now, because I've had it on the ramps next door, where they assisted me rather nicely and had a good look around it, it is all a bit brown. It looks like it could do with a whole load of sandblasting and just repainting. This car is like a really healthy poo. It's brown, but solid. So, what do I need to do? Obviously, the consideration of corrosion is no longer an issue, but there are a few other things. Like the horn doesn't work. Don't know why that is just yet. I'll sort that out. Also, the bonnet doesn't close. Not entirely sure why, but I can sort that out. There are bound to be a whole host of other small things as well that I haven't noticed just yet, but I'll sort them out. And I feel quite excited. Genuinely excited, because not only have I got myself a car that I'm not going to have to get welded up and cost an awful lot of time or either expense or somebody else's time, but I'm going to have my first proper performance MG Rover in a very, very long time. I know the other one was here for a while, but that wasn't my car, that was a company car. The difference is, this car is my car, and I can just enjoy having this and have a right good blast in it, and nobody can tell me to stop it because I'm being really, really silly, can they, Tom?
No.
Hey, Tom.
Hello.
First of all, let's investigate the horn. Problem number one, the horn. Along with problem number two, the necessity for gaffer tape on the bonnet. Can you not do it?
It will do, just.
Can you not do it?
I could just do with you holding that there.
Why do I always have to help you? How am I supposed to help and film you do cock it up as well?
I know, true.
Gaffer tape removed. And because I applied some heat with the heat gun first, only a bit of lacquer's peeled off. That is unfortunate, but better than the bonnets popping open on the motorway. And this is your first viewing of the This is your first viewing of the MG ZS 180's engine. Bay, new battery, green pipes and coolant, which is still at the correct level. Let's go for the obvious thing first and try out the fuse. Notice the diagram of the fuse box printed on the inside of the box. You turn it around like that and everything's upside down. Nothing wrong with that. That's a disappointment. Well, I think we may be in for a front bumper off moment to try and deal with this properly. By removing the bonnet catches, as you can see there with that one, and just lubing it up and jiggering around, I've got one of them to work now. So I've just got to do that with the other one. And just in case they do suddenly work, but the cable doesn't want to, I've removed the retaining bolts from the top of the bumper, so I can get the bumper off. Seems like both of them have just suffered with the introduction of moisture. Alright mate, alright, how's it going mate? Alright, no problem, no, yeah, lovely time I'm having, yeah, too right, fancy mega chips? Nah, fuck off. Well, looks like I'm going to have to delve just a little bit deeper into this. The sensible thing to do would be to just replace the bonnet catches, but if I can fix them, that's what I'll do. Besides that, I don't think I've got any. I did get the bonnet to close momentarily, and then I pulled it, and it opened, and then I closed it, and then it stayed open. So I did one fix, just one, followed by 2 wrong uns, and now in need for a couple more right uns. Burger sauce. Another little magpie experiment. They do like eggs, but will they take it from Jason? Box full of horns. One of them will have the right plug in it for sure. Not one has got the right plug, but it doesn't matter because I've just tested it by bunging the wires from this into that plug there, and whilst they stayed there, the horn did work. Meaning the solution is an easy one. If I can't find a horn with the correct plug, I've just got to snip the wires and resolder them on. With a bit more digging though, I've found one with a plug that is correct. So, let's see. Will this be the first of the problems solved? Oh, not that one then. Right, that one doesn't work, and neither does the other one that's the same plug hole. That strikes me as a bit odd, because when I pressed the horn before, it did work, and then it stopped. I wonder if it's blown the fuse. Right, I plugged the old one back in and it worked like this. It just went beep. Well, I'll do the same pitch. Beep. That was it, and then it was off. I unplugged it, plugged it back in, and it went beep, and then gave up entirely again. So I think it might be more relay related. With few problems resolved, it is actually time to go home. But there'll be another day where something more significant happens. Maybe in this video, or it might just be in the next one. See you then. Just in case this is the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking. Thank you very much for becoming a channel member. Thank you very much for any donations or any help that you may have given. I appreciate the whole lot. And I shall see you either later or before now in a live stream. It's the underseal flaking in big chunks.
No, didn't you?
Fuck off. Get it down there.
Max and Paddy's fucking Winnebago.
Let's start that part again.